Do you play Battlefield 1 in 2024? If you do, would you like to improve your general skills in the game? Well, come with me that I will show you tips to improve your gameplay. But firstly, you need to remember that there are no magical effects. All that I am going to say here will show you ways you can improve, but obviously you need to practice and understand each one of these points. Before we start, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel and click the thumbs up button. That will help me a lot. And if you like this type of video, I could make more of other Battlefield games or even videos about Battlefield 1 itself, since it's my favorite Battlefield game. But now let's start the video. First of all, let's talk about the configurations, the settings. This is a point that a lot of players miss out. Some players think it's not even important, but there are different ways you can play better just by changing the settings of the game, like field of view, for example, sensibility, dead zone, or also just changing the buttons itself. For example, I play Battlefield 1 since 2016, the launch of the game, and I've been changing the way to play, changing and improving how I play the game since I started. For example, I use the field of view in the maximum. That works better for me, but obviously you're going to need to see which one works better for you, since my way of play is my way of play. It does not mean that you're going to play as well as I do just by changing the configurations the way I did. I play in the Xbox and I use the 8-bit dual controller. The main points I change in the configurations is the crouch button. I link this action to RS or R3 in the PlayStation, and the B button I just use to cause melee damage. But the most important change I make here is the shoot button. The original setting would be RT to shoot, R2 on PlayStation, but I changed it to RB or R1 on PlayStation. Now, if you don't know the difference, I'm going to tell you right now. The trigger of the R2 is a long way to reach the end of the button, so that takes a longer time for you to press it. And if you use this in R1, that's a short way, so you can press it much faster, especially with single fire weapons, like 8.25 for example. I am Brazilian and I've created a lot of videos playing in Portuguese, my native language, for long years, and many times I've been accused of cheating just because of the speed I shoot with some weapons, especially the 8.25 in Battlefield 1 or even the M1A1 on Battlefield V. So believe me, this change could improve your gameplay level really fast. The next point here is connected to the setting, just like the other one, but especially on the map. A lot of people don't really know how the minimap works. But let me tell you, it's one of the most important things in the game. Watch some of my gameplay videos that I've been posting the last days, especially the last one I posted. It was a good video, in general, a good match. Sometimes I just spot a guy with the 3D spot, so he's spotted, he's on the map in real time, he's on the screen. My teammate just get past of him and don't do anything and just die because he didn't see the guy, but he was there all the way since I spotted him. So here's the tip: increase the size of your map in the menu and also zoom out to be able to see a bigger area in the map. That will show you all you need to read the match. Despite the minimap does not work like in the Battlefield 4, when someone shoots it pings there, it is also really important here. For example, when you spot someone, which for me is RT button, usually it's RB, so you spot someone or somebody else of your team just spotted some enemy or something, this enemy or thing that you spotted, just like a tripwire bomb for example, it will be displayed in the minimap and also in the gameplay. You'll see a red mark and you know that there are an enemy or a gadget. And also the flare guns from the Recon class. This is one of the best gadgets of the game. When a Recon player shoots a flare in an area, you and your whole team will basically see everything that is happening there. Maybe players, maybe a dynamite, maybe a tripwire bomb. So you're going to see everything. If you learn how to understand how the map works and how to make a decision based on the minimaps, you're going to really improve your gameplay. Obviously you need to practice, you need to understand it all, but once you have learned this, you'll be playing much better just by understanding how the minimap works. And just like I said in the map part, it's important to spot enemies so you can view him easier, as in the game as in the minimap. So always spot. In my gameplays, I'm always trying to spot someone. I use the RT button just like I said, and all the time I'm pressing it even more than I shoot itself. And when I see something that looks like an enemy, I'll try to spot. If it's an enemy, I'll shoot. If it's not an enemy, I'll just keep pressing it, trying to find someone. And another point that is also very important for you to spot enemies, that if he kills you, a mate who is close to you will know exactly where you was shot from. Maybe even kill him, the one who killed you, and revive you right after, in the case he's playing as a medic, I mean. So it's always important to spot the enemies. In gameplay we also have some tips, but it will be harder to make it work in the match, as you need obviously to practice. And the main tip here is know when it's a good time to fight, run, reload, hide. For example, if you're playing with a shotgun and you know that that gun will only work in the close range. So if you see an enemy in the distance, you better not fight him. You better run, you better hide, you better try to find another way to approach, or just give up that fight, and that will require you to know the map, obviously. But if you are playing with an SMG and there's 3 enemies in the front of you, but they didn't see you yet, so before shooting, the best you can do is find a cover, or to make it harder for them to hit you. Spot them all before shooting. In this way, if you can't kill them all and a teammate show up, you could kill the rest of them, maybe even revive you. With some guns just like Harijo, you have bullets enough to kill 3 guys, because there is 60 bullets in the magazine of this gun. You have bullets enough to kill 3 guys if you have a better position and if you got a good aim. But if you're playing with a bar, for example, it will not be possible to kill them all, because there is only 20 bullets, I believe. But I've got different covers in that area. There's 3 enemies, they didn't see me, I spot them all. I shoot the one that could get closer to me, because if I kill this one first, that's the most dangerous one, the others will take longer to reach me. So after killing this one, I'd reload, hidden in a cover, obviously. I don't want to get shot, or run into a place where they couldn't hit me. It's not always possible, but you can always try to find a way and just try to kill the rest of them this way. It's hard, but I've done things like this several times. So that's interesting that you try to put yourself into these situations that will make you need to think on what to do and will make you more confident in situations like this. If you're next to a flag full of enemies, the best thing you can do is just don't rush. Keep calm. Spot them all, at least those you can see, and kill the ones that looks easier to you, or those who are alone. Then you need to move, as they probably heard you, or will hear you. You can kill another one that's easy to reach. The most important thing here is don't let them spot you, cause you must be the hunter and not the hunt. And when you master this type of gameplay, you can kill a lot of players in situations like this. I've done streaks over 20 kills in a row just playing like this, here in the channel, by the way. So believe me, just work this out and improve your gameplay. The next point is learn how to move in the map, and with this also comes to learn how to use the weapon. I think you know, but just listen to me. To make a good gameplay, you need different things. Know how to play in a specific map and use the weapon you choose with perfection. For example, if you're playing in a Prize of Tahur, I don't even know how to pronounce that word, the name of this map, but okay, it's a dark and close range map, a good one in my position. I like that map. So if I was playing there, I'd like to use an automatic weapon like bar, MP18, Harijo, or guns like this. To make a good reading of this match, I'd use the minimap, just like I told you in the beginning. Know which flags your team holds. If you analyze it all, you know that the possibility of some enemy coming through that way will be much smaller, since your team had the coverage of that area. With that in mind, your idea of movement will be always looking to the next point. That does not mean they are not coming through different ways. They will, but less oftenly. So in some areas, just walk less carefully, but always ready to fight if you need to. Just knowing by the areas where the enemies are spawning, you'll see that they probably be coming out that way. So for the most of the fights will be in that place or in that area. So you could change your way of play to just surprise them all, flank them all, or if you're a good fighter, just fight them one by one. That would be harder, but that's possible. But always remember, before entering a fight, remember to spot them to get a better position. If you can, obviously. It's not always possible though. But let's set an example here. You're playing with Martin Henry in a long range snipe. You know that it can be too far, because that's not a good snipe for extremely long range, or close neither. So you need to be at a medium range from your enemy. So always move and advance with the idea of getting in a good position, in a better position. If you prone on the ground, for example, you'll be an easier target. If you got a cover, it will be a hard target. But if you're just moving both sides as you try to think what to do or where to shoot, it will still be much harder to hit than just if you were laying in the ground. I see a lot of snipers playing this way, just laying in the ground, and it's so much easier to hit. It's harder to see, spot them, but once you see, it's so much easier to hit, so I don't recommend it. This was the video, guys. These are some of the tips I gathered for today. If you enjoyed, I'll make a second part of it. I also could make a Battlefield 5 or Battlefield 2042 video of tips just like this one. I also played a lot this game. I don't play them anymore, like I played Battlefield 1, but I also could make a video like this. I also intend to create a video, to make a video with the best weapons of each class in my opinion. So subscribe to the channel, clicking the notifying bell, and I'm sure you won't regret. Thanks so much for watching, and till the next video.